just so excited. I can't even express. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I grew up on the stuff. I'm just looking forward to a movie that's not as bad as the prequels. I think anything would make me happy at this point.
I remember in the early 80s when I had the, I don't know if you guys had these too, the lightsabers that were the big long plastic tubes with a little X over it, so when you swung them they made some weird sounds. I'm kind of hoping for like a Kylo Ren kind of like three-sided thing, you know, that's maybe like a real lightsaber you could buy for $24.95. I don't know. Something like that. I'm just excited to have like some cool new toys, and also, you know, like I'm gonna be a new father in spring, so I'm really excited to like incorporate that into my kid's life and you know, push my childhood on them, so they end up playing professional football or something. I don't know.
What I am most excited about with The Force Awakens is seeing how the storyline relates to, of course, where we left off with the classic characters, Luke, Leia, and Han. I had the awesome privilege of being in Hall H at Comic-Con this year on the other side of a screen where I overheard Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, and Carrie Fisher just casually talking before they were brought out on stage. And I think for me, you know, the idea that we're going back to that storyline, those original three, and where they might be, you know, so far into the future, that's the most exciting aspect for me. The prequels were, well, let's not even talk about them. We're going to see where these characters have gone, and to see these new characters and where they're going to go in the future. For me, that's the most exciting aspect. How does this story that we all truly love continue?
Star Wars is a big part of my childhood, and it was so much part of my childhood that I even did a Star Wars fan film for my wedding day. I got all my old school friends and my wife involved, and we just recreated our favorite scenes from Star Wars, and we played in front of all our wedding guests, and it was quite goofy and geeky. And I haven't had that magic feeling in a long time. The prequels, I'll be honest, I felt disappointed. I'm sure a lot of fans did. But there's something about this Episode 7 that's just recaptured the magic. When I saw that trailer drop and that line, Chewie, we're home, it just, I don't know, it just brought me right back to my youth.
One of the keys to Star Wars is who took over the franchise. And for me, J.J. Abrams, even when we first interviewed him for Star Trek, he said, I gotta be honest, I love Star Trek, but my heart is with Star Wars. And the fans, from everything that we've seen, we know that this is true. And when we saw the new robot roll out in the trailer, I thought, oh, it's CG. The moment that came out and you realized it was a practical effect, I was full in. I'm like, I'm in, that's in, I'm in. So what am I looking forward to most? Well, the movie, but then I'm really excited for all the discussions that I'm going to be having after the movie.
I am so excited that the word metachlorians is not going to be used in the new Star Wars movie. I couldn't tell you. As far as I'm concerned, there are only 3 Star Wars movies in existence: Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. And I'm very excited about the 4th one. My level is through the roof, you know.
And Han Solo's got kids, right? Spoiler.